Hello, this is Dorothy from Happy Cat Pain Relief, and I am doing a video about acupressure points for anger. This is part of my ebook on anger and how to use principles of Chinese medicine in dealing with anger, helping to relieve it, and some of the causes for chronic anger. And so for the acupressure points, there's only 3 of them that I'm going to, actually 4 of them that I'll highlight here. So, and show you how to stimulate them, and also some essential oils that you can use to also help stimulate them. Okay, one of my favorite ways of stimulating acupuncture points is with magnets. Now, I got this magnet off of Amazon. It's a really, really, really strong magnet. Like, just, here's a jar lid that's made of metal, and it just, there's quite a bit of resistance when I pull it off. And if I take 2 of these and put them together, I have to be careful because it will literally pinch my fingers. This thing is really, really strong. You don't necessarily have to have magnets that are this strong. You can use refrigerator magnets too. That works as well. But I just like to use these extra strong ones because it tends to stimulate the acupuncture point a lot quicker and tends to get a bit of a better result, in my opinion. But you get what you can afford, okay? If you don't have any money, but you've got magnets on your fridge, use the magnets on your fridge. All right. So, one of the things is main causes with anger in Chinese medicine is what we call qi stagnation. And qi stagnation is kind of like, qi is basically your body's electrical system, okay? Our bodies have its own electrical current, and that's proven in the heart because the heart actually has electric nodes. And whenever the heart stops beating, then what do doctors do? They deliver a huge shock of electricity to the heart to try to get the heart to get going again. Okay, so our body has an electrical current, and if that current is not flowing properly, then that's what we call in Chinese medicine qi stagnation. And the mental emotional symptoms of qi stagnation are anger, frustration, irritation, feeling like you're hitting a wall of sorts, the desire to hit something or punch at something. That's all qi stagnation. And that desire to punch, through something or at something is literally your body's way of trying to relieve the stagnation, because by doing some sort of explosive form of action, that's going to help provide some energetic release and also help improve the circulation. So I'm not telling you to go around punching people. That's not how you do this, but that's what that drive is. And so if you find yourself you're getting frustrated, you're getting angry, and you just really want to punch something, then that should kind of key into your brain oh, I have liver qi stagnation, so I need to do something to help my liver to help me process anger. Because in Chinese medicine, each of the organs in the body house specific emotions, and anger is specific to the liver and gallbladder. So, another tool I really, really love to use to stimulate acupuncture points is essential oils. And so I got this from Whole Foods. You could probably get it on Amazon if you want. It's kind of, sorry, this camera's not the best. It's like rose, it's called Blooming Rose Roll-On. It's a combination rose and geranium. It's got some other ones in there too. But rose is really, really good for emotional stagnation because it's gentle. It's just this gentle unfolding and unwinding of the emotions. That just kind of really helps people process stuck emotions. So I really like having this roll-on and carrying it in my purse, because if I find myself at work and I'm sighing a lot, because sighing is also a sign of qi stagnation, because it's your lungs are trying to push energy through. So it's if I find myself sighing a lot, if I find myself feeling frustrated at work because I'm trying to do something, but then I can't focus or concentrate or whatever, then having this little handy thing around really helps out. In fact, I had a situation, so I have both my kids are on the autism spectrum, and my youngest one had a moment where we were at her graduation, her elementary school graduation, and she hates like crowds. She does not like being in crowds. And taking her to the graduation was a bit of a mistake on our part. We should have known better, but we did because we wanted to celebrate her achievement. And she could not handle the stimulation. The stimulation was just way too much for her. And she was angry, she was crying, she was upset. And definitely very, very much chi stagnation. like it was not good. I had to take her out of the ceremony. And I had this roll on handy, and I was like, hey, do you want mommy to put it on you to help you feel better? And she's like, yes, please. And within 5 minutes of putting it on her, she was already a completely different child. So this is just something that's really great to use. You can use it on children, you can use it on yourself. It's great. I love it. Okay, so let's focus on the acupressure points. Okay, so the first one is the temples. Okay, like the temples are great. Like you have an acupressure point right here. So this is a really good one. This is like whenever people get headaches, a lot of times they will say like, oh, I have a headache at my temples. That right there for me is like, oh, there's some chi stagnation going on. And so doing things for chi stagnation can really help with headaches. Not every type of headache, but if you are prone to headaches and migraines, this might help you too. So you just massage it. If it's tender, if you feel like it's tender, then you want to gently massage it until that tenderness goes away. You can use the roll on and just roll a little bit there, okay? And just roll it in. Other one is gallbladder 20. So it's basically take your thumb and you're like, just kind of like go like that, like make an L right there. And that point right here, like in the skull, in the back of the skull, a lot of people will probably feel this being really tender. This is a really good one to massage. It's also really good for headaches that are like around the base of the skull or the occipital ridge. And again, if it's tender, then that's like definitely a sign like, oh, there's some stagnation there. And you just want to, again, massage it until the tenderness is gone. Another one is also called liver 3. Okay, I'm not showing you my feet, so don't ask. Liver 3 is on the foot. So we're going to pretend like my hand is my foot. Okay, this is the big toe. This is the middle toe. Okay, so liver 3 is actually in the web space between the thumb, or not the thumb, the big toe and the second toe. Okay, so it's like you basically just want to pretend like this is that space. Like here's the webbing, and you're going to just take your finger until you feel like you'll feel the bones getting closer together. And then when you feel the bones like come together, that area, like if you press in with enough pressure, it's going to probably feel tender. And or it might hurt. You might like it might hurt. Like if it's hurt with very little pressure, then it definitely needs some release. But either way, again, just massage it until it feels better. Again, you can use the roll on, you can get a magnet, you can tape it on there. Either one works just fine. Another one that I like to do is especially if I'm in a situation, like say I'm in the car and I get in a fight with my husband and I'm really, really upset. Then I like to use this point right here or this point. This is the lung, this is the colon, and these are part of the metal element. So anger is part of the wood element. The metal element is actually the controlling element for wood. So it's kind of like if you have an overgrown tree or overgrown vines, then you have a metal axe to prune them and cut them back. And so metal just kind of helps like when anger is kind of out of control or if it's hard to contain, adding a little bit of the metal element there really helps change the emotions. So I'll just kind of sit there and what's going on there? Okay, so I'll sit here and I'll just like take these points like right by the nails. So like right here. Yeah, my pen is not penning. So yeah, right here, outside on the thumb, just right by the corner of the nail bed. And then right here on the fingernail. same place though, it's just like right at the corner. Okay. And I'll just take them and I'll rub them. And typically if I'm feeling really upset, they're again going to be tender. And I just rub them until like I feel the need to like take a deep breath. Like it's just kind of like I'll either start to cry because tears are a way to transform anger, because typically under anger sometimes it's some sadness and grief. So sometimes when I am rubbing on it, like I'll actually tear up and I'll cry just a little bit. Sometimes, you know, I'll just want to take just a deep breath and then I feel better. So those are also really good points too. And so there you have it. Acupressure points. You've got the temples, you've got liver 3, but on the foot, not my hand. You've got the, you know, the finger and the thumb point here as well. So, and then again, also gallbladder 20, which is right there. And then again, use a roll-on with rose in it, and also magnets are helpful too. All right, so leave any questions in the comments, and I hope this helps.